Hello everybody, today I will be showing you how to get the maximum amount of XP and also how to farm XP buffs. So to begin, you want to go into your perks and you want to increase your intelligence stat as much as you possibly can. The more intelligence you have, the more XP you get. And also in Charisma here, there is a perk card called Inspirational. Right here, this perk card, if you have this equipped, it does basically the same thing with Charisma, but to a lesser extent. So let me equip some legendary cards here. Legendary cards do help too, like legendary intelligence and legendary charisma, because it will give you more than like it'll give you more intelligence beyond like the max 15 intelligence. So if I just take a whole bunch of stuff out of here, I don't need no agility. Just dump as many points as I can. Try to find something else to sacrifice here. I guess I don't need that. I don't need that. How many more points here can I sacrifice? 9 more, okay. There we go. And now if you go over here, it will say I have 27 charisma and 39 intelligence. The next thing you're going to want is any armor with 1 star unyielding and 2-star intelligence. The rest of the legendary effects do not matter at all. And you also want to be human for this, forgot to mention. It is possible to do it as a ghoul, although you will have to constantly be damaging yourself to stay below 20% of your health, so unyielding will kick in. So let me just irradiate myself real quick. And this is what my special is before. Alright, now that I'm below 20% of my health, that stuff has gone up there, 25 and 31. Oh wait, never mind. I actually might be retarded, hold up. There we go. Now it has gone up 37 and 51. There we go. Also, there's an Under Armor. There's different types of Under Armor, but you want to find ones that give you the +3 intelligence and +3 charisma with the shielded lining mod on it. The only two I know of that do this is the shielded undershirt and jeans, and also the shielded flannel and jeans or something like that, I think it's called. If you don't have these two, you can just use the vault suit, a shielded vault suit. I believe that gives 2 intelligence. Let me just double check that real quick. Yes, it does. 2 intelligence right there. If you do want this though and you don't know how to find it, you can just look up the locations to get them or how to craft them on the wiki. Also, a lot of players do use leader bobbleheads and a magazine called 11 Love 8 magazine. Although these are not easy to farm on a large scale at all. Let me find them here. There they are. The only really reliable way to farm these is by doing raids and opening a lot of the mystery bobblehead and mystery magazine packs. But really, only endgame players can farm raids that much. If you're not all that great at farming raids, your best bet would to just go and try to trade with some players to get a bunch of these later bobbleheads. And let me try to find the magazine here. Live and Love 8 magazine. Plus 5% XP in a team. Also stack up on lunch boxes. Let me find them. Actually, I think they are in my aid box. Lunch boxes, yep. You want to pop 4 of these. Each one will give you a 25% XP buff. It maxes out at 4 for a double XP for an hour. In order to get these, you can either buy them from the atomic shop for atoms, sometimes you can get them from the scoreboard, or if you have gold bullion, you can go to either the Foundation, the guy that sells the gold bullion plans here, and also up at Crater, the robot that sells the gold bullion plants there. They sell lunchboxes. And then after you get all the armor and stuff all sorted out, have a weapon with +3 intelligence. So I have this equipped now. My intelligence is pretty high up there. And now we get to the food buffs. Actually, hold on. Before we get to the food buffs, there's one thing I'm forgetting. You want 2 mutations here. You want Egghead and Herd Mentality. And also something else I'm forgetting, which is also useful. Having Night Person. Yeah, it's Night Person. Now this only works at night, but it's still +3 intelligence. And now for the food buffs, you want to be a herbivore, so you want to have the herbivore mutation. There it is, I am a herbivore. And you want 2 food buffs, those being cranberry relish, which let me find that here. This cranberry relish, and also something called brain bombs, which is there. Brain bombs gives you the intelligence buff, which will give you the XP buff, and relish gives you the XP buff, which will just, give you more XP. You can't use more than one XP buff at the same time, or like depending on the buff types. Like for food items, you can only use one food item that gives you an XP buff. Like with bobbleheads or magazines, you can only use one bobblehead or one magazine at a time. They don't stack together. It is possible to do this as a carnivore, however, I will not be showing that to you, as it is just not worth being a carnivore XP build at all. Let me show you why here. So the XP buff for being carnivore, which is... I'm in the wrong category. There we go. The XP buff for being carnivore is Tasty Squirrel Stew, which, yes, this is really easy to get a lot of, and it's the only XP buff you can actually can, to my knowledge. However, the intelligence buff for the carnivores is a little bit harder to get your hands on. Broiled Scorched Beast Brains. And these are, at least to my experience, the rarest drop from Scorched Beasts. I've gone and killed like a dozen and only gotten maybe 2 of these Scorched Beast brains. But anyways, for the brain bombs, you're going to want those crafting stuff. And for the cranberry relish, you are going to want these crafting stuff. Now, before you get to actually crafting these, you're going to want a few things first. You are going to want one of these military cryo fridges right here, because these have a 0% spoil rate, so anything you put in here shouldn't spoil. If you don't have one of these, what you want to do is you want to find another character on your account, go onto that character, and equip a perk card called Good with Salt, which will make your food stuff spoil slower, and then only use that character to store spoilable food stuff. And as long as you never log in, or you don't log in very often, only to grab the food stuff that you want to use, all those buffs will not spoil while you haven't logged on to that account. Now, anyways, you want to collect the non-spoilable ingredients for crafting that stuff first. So you're going to want some purified water, which you should know how to get a bunch of that. Just place a whole bunch of water purifiers and stuff at your camp, like these vintage water coolers. Or if you don't have those unlocked, like you're a lower level or something, come into here. You want to... I don't think this gives them to you. This might... Yeah, I do believe this gives them to you too if you place a bunch of these at your camp. I fell off my camp. Or you can use these or these. And now I will show you where to get the sugar that you're gonna need. So you want to fast travel around this area. Actually, I'd say around like the wayward. Just fast travel to the wayward here. For getting sugar, we are going to get snap-tail reeds and craft those into sugar. And for sugar bombs, which I think is the only other thing we need here, uh, there's a whole bunch of different areas with just like small amounts of sugar bombs at them. It'd be very time consuming to list them all in this video. So you can either look up on the wiki how to get a bunch of sugar bombs, or you can trade other players that have stashes of like hundreds. Some even have thousands. I'm already set here. I got like 200 or so on me right now. Now for getting sugar, you are going to want a perk card here called Green Thumb. Let me find it here. Optionally, which you don't have to do this, you could also use a magazine to give you even more plant stuff. Let me find it here. It's one of the Backwoodsman magazines. Right here. This is like, it's kind of like Green Thumb times 2 instead of like, normally you pick a plant, you only get 1. With Green Thumb, you pick a plant, you get 2. With that perk, or with that magazine there. When you pick a plant, you get like 2, 2, 4. Like sometimes 2, sometimes 4. So anyways, in order to get a lot of sugar, what you're going to want to do is come to the forest region here. I usually start at the wayward here. You want to run up this river and loot as many of those snap-tail reeds as you can, or as you can find. Keep following it all the way down to Nugad. Stop there. Come back up here. Run down this river. Keep collecting more snap-tail reeds. You wanna, once you reach this area, I believe the river actually dries up some. Just keep following where the river is on the map up this way, and you'll still find more snap-tail reeds and the dried up riverbed area. There's gonna be a whole bunch more up here. Run up along here to the Mothman Museum. Run down here, keep collecting, run up to the Nuka-Cola plant, and you should be good. Alright, I will now give you a time lapse of me farming all of these snap-tail reeds. Before you waste your time like I did, beyond this bridge here, there's actually no more snap-tail reeds between here and all the way down the river at Nugad. So at this point, I'll just cut this portion of the video out.
Ride the tiger, you can see his stripes, but you know he's clean. Oh, don't you see what I mean? In the black and blue, something is coming for you. Look out! Race for the morning. You can hide in the sun till you see the light. Oh, we will pray it's alright. Gotta get away, get away. Between the velvet lies, there's a truth. rain. No need to look so afraid. Jump, jump.
Alright, now after you've finished running down, up and down the rivers here, you should have roughly 186 of these snap-tail reeds. You'll probably have more if you use the magazine, less if you didn't use green thumb. You can also use friends to run along here, and they can loot each individual plant separate from yours. So like if you have 2 friends, you'll get double the loot, 3 friends, 3 times the loot, and as such. Now you're gonna want one of these, I believe. Go down to, I think it is prepared. I don't think it's prepared. I'm just gonna go all food. Scroll all the way to the S's. Sugar, there it is. So before I craft up all the sugar, I'm gonna drop the existing sugar that I have, 384, so you can see how much I just crafted from that one run up and down these rivers. Gotta scroll all the way back down there. Actually, toggle craftable, there we go. Forgot that was a feature there for a moment. Now, as you can see, I just crafted 125 sugar from all that. Now, after you got all of your sugar, and after you either ran through all those locations on the wiki, or traded for your sugar bombs, farmed up all your purified water, now you can start the next step, which is farming the spoilable crafting ingredients for the spoilable food buffs. First, I am going to start with the brain bombs. For this, you are going to want to fast travel to the Mothman Museum here. Alright, now that you spawned in, you're gonna want to run into the middle where that shrine is. You see all of these Mothman eggs here, you're gonna want to loot as much as you can. These used to work with the green thumb perk card, although they no longer do, because Bethesda hates fun. And after you're done looting all these, you want to go west down here from that shrine. And right over here, there's a little bit more. Alright, now after you looted all of that, the next location, I believe, is up here at Clancy Manor. Alright, now I'm here. You want to run inside. Come on, stop shooting at me. Alright, after you're done breaking in and murdering the inhabitants, you're just going to take all of your eggs. And there are also some over... Where's the stairs at? Right here they are. There are more up here. Alright, now after you're done looting all of those, you are going to want to come over here. Now you're just gonna want to do the same thing. Oh, hello, buddy. You don't usually spawn here. Don't tell me I'm gonna have to fight you. There we go. That's easy. I expected it. was. Now, like I was saying, you're going to want to do the same thing you did to the last place and break in and murder everyone living here. Where's my accuracy at? Why am I missing? There we go. I think it does this line, which is that's hit percentages here. Come on. Hit something. Alright, now, where's the last dude? Now that I'm no longer being shot at, just come in here, take these eggs. There are one more here, I believe. Okay, is that all? Thought there was more here. Yeah, whatever, it's still not eggs. Alright, the next spot you're gonna wanna go is all the way down here to Mouth End. Alright, same thing with this place, and also you can, or the wiki says you can get Mothman eggs from opening them cultist packs. I have not verified this, so I have no idea. Yeah, there's also a camp collector, I believe, that gives you Mothman eggs too. If you really want to farm buffs as much as you can just open up a private world, go from workshop to workshop, and just place one of those collectors at every workshop. Alright, now after I've done murdering everyone, just take these eggs. Some up here hiding. I believe that might be it. Yeah, I believe that's it. Alright, now the last component for brain bombs, you are going to want to come over here to the Wendigo Cave, and you are going to want to loot a bunch of brain fungus. Now this is really the only location you need for brain fungus, as there's so much here. Whoever made this on the wiki stopped counting at 100 and just put down 100 brain fungus as being here. So anyways, in order to see... Oh, come on, Bethesda, why do you have to do this to me? Stop it. Let me free. No. Oh my god. Like I was going to say, in order to figure out how much brain fungus you need, just open up the crafting recipe and check the number of that compared to your next lowest, or yeah, to your lowest crafting ingredient that you have. So let me try this again. Alright, please work. There we go. Alright, go down to plants, brain bombs. So my lowest crafting ingredient here is Mothman eggs. So that's 48 divided by 2. That would be 24. 24 times 3. That would be about... let me do some math here. That'd be like 62, I think. So now I'm just gonna run into here and grab 62 brain fungus, which I'll do another little time lapse here so you don't have to watch me do all of this. Alright, now I have 62 brain fungus, so we are going to start on the cranberry relish now, which for cranberry relish, I believe you just need cranberries and gourds. Now, in order to find gourds, I believe it is one of these bunkers here. There it is. You want to come to this bunker, you want to loot the gourds out of this bunker, and you want to place them in your camp. And have just a little gourd farm in your camp. If you have turbo fertilizer unlocked, just throw down some turbo fertilizer, loot gourds, and rinse and repeat. That same process until you have enough. Alright, now after getting all of them gourds, just go plant them in your camp, and once you do that, come back here, and now we will be getting the cranberries. Now for these, we're going to want to come to this location, this location, this location, and you should have enough cranberries by then, because these have a lot of gourds, or not gourds, cranberries in them. Alright, now we are here. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, there may be a Mylar Queen spawn here. Just a little bit of a little Mylar Queen spawn. Although, that'll be no problem. Easy peasy. As long as it doesn't hit me. Because I am wearing no armor currently. Matter of fact, oh, I'm wearing a little bit of armor, okay. Just a tiny little bit of armor. But anyways. There she is. Oh, I don't do any damage. Okay, we're gonna have to break out the big guns here. Alright, so what you want to do now, you want to access your stash box, you want to pull out your, let me find it here, your portable nuclear bomb launcher. I'm going to grab out a few nuclear warheads. 5 is good enough, I won't need any more than that. You want to equip your nuclear bomb launcher. Now you want to locate the target. What? Since when? Be gone! No! I may have needed more mini nukes. I may have been mistaken. Get out of here! Okay, I may need more firepower. That's what my problem was. I didn't have no demo expert equipped. There we go. Problem solved. Also gonna put on grenade here just to make sure I don't miss. I'm gonna grab actually. I'm gonna grab the extra just in case. Now where's Betsy? There she is. Just to make sure you get eradicated, I am going to find where is it? There it is. Good luck tanking this. Where's she at? Where'd she go? Oh, there she is. Doing a little more damage. There we go. That's a little more like it. There we go. And now that the Mylar Queen is dealt with, you can farm to your heart's content. Just as our grandfather
Do you see Banana Man hopping over on the white hot sand? Here he come with some for me, freshly taken from banana tree. Banana Man, me want it done. Give me double and a bonus one. Give me more for all me friends. This banana flow will never end. Do you want a banana? Peel it down and go. Do you want a banana? This banana for you. Tonight we dance around the flame. Then we get to play the spirit game. Spirit names we shout out loud. Shake the thunder from the spirit cloud. All the songbirds in the tree chant a tune to let the spirits free. Then we see them in the night. Spirits jumping by the firelight. Do you want a banana? Feel it down. Do you want a banana? This banana for you.
Okay, after you have looted a sufficient amount, make sure you have the super duper perk card equipped. Jump up, or I'm jumping up here, but you go to your cooking station, go to plants, go to brain bombs, and just craft as many as you can. Uh-huh. Looks like I was a little low on brain fungus. Looks like I don't know how to do math after all. Alright, let's go down to the, did I go past it? I think I went past it. Oh, I'm missing boiled water. Okay, so if you're over here at the White Springs like I am, all you have to do is run over here, and there's a little pond. You can grab as much boiled water as you want. First, I'm gonna murder these animals for it. Why were these guys marked as friendly? I thought they were marked as hostile. That must be new. How weird. Alright. Now after you collect so much water, you have a heart attack. You have a heart attack and die. Just fast travel back to wherever your cooking station is. Once you are back at your cooking station, just go back to plants. Never mind. You have to craft up that boiled water first. There we go, that should be enough. Go to plants, cranberry relish, craft all of that up. I'm actually out of cranberries, huh? Whatever, I'm not too worried about it. For brain bombs, I could go back to that Wendigo cave and grab more brain fungus. I could, I went past it again. I could go to the cranberry bog, the one location I didn't go to, and grab more cranberries. There are some here and here I didn't loot because I usually don't need it. But now, after that farming, I have, let's see here. So I have 25 brain bombs, which these last an hour and a half each. And I have 47 cranberry relishes, which these also last an hour each. So I have roughly 40 hours, roughly 30 to 40 hours worth of XP buffs just from that one grind. Now, if you want even more than what I got here, there are two things you can do. You can have a few friends follow the same farming path I just showed you, and they can loot all these plants one at a time, like one each like one per person. So if you have two people, you'll have double what I have, three people, triple what I have. If you're running this by yourself, or you did what I just told you to do, and you want even more, you can come to Summers. Actually, no. Wait, is it Summersville? I think it's Summersville. Yeah, come here, and somewhere around the spawn location, there will be a house off to your right, just packed full of books. What you want to do is loot all of those books. You want to hit, like, I think it's like a 255 item limit. Once you loot 255 items, just leave the server and go into a new one, and it will refresh all item drops. So you can go pick all these plants all over again, and just keep doing that. Um, After you loot all the books, I don't really know of a second location you can do. I think there's like a fire station down here somewhere you can use. Yeah, I've heard people use this one, although I haven't used it myself, so I don't really know all about that. But anyways, there you go. There is how to get maximum XP in Fallout 76.